Good afternoon, friends. Thanks for joining us today. Mark Heinze with the Chamber of Commerce here with Justin Beasley, Mount Juliet's Public Information Officer. We're going to share a little bit with you today about things going on in Mount Juliet and
Yes, sir.
some exciting upcoming events and developments.
As I like to say, more going on today than yesterday and more than ever before. So
Hang on
lot
for
to
the
talk,
ride.
lot to talk about.
Why don't we go ahead and start with maybe some community news. There's been lots going on, and then we'll get into some projects.
Yeah, we had the Glass Creek apartment fire a couple of weeks ago on that Saturday. We've been able to inform the public that our firefighter is, up walking, doing a lot of talking, doing a lot of writing, and just he's doing better. We're certainly thankful of that. And Mount Juliet surprises us every time. I don't know why we're surprised with how generous they are, not only giving to the Glass Creek Apartments, but also him in specific. So hopefully we can welcome him home sooner than later. And I know that Mount Juliet's continuing to pray for him and rally around him. So that's one thing that comes to mind. I know a lot of people are asking about. Yes, sir.
There were a lot of people that jumped in and helped out, and we want to make sure we thank Red Cross, MJ for Hope.
Absolutely.
They just keep leading the way. We appreciate everything they're doing. All of our first responders and the management team at Glass Creek, they certainly rose to the occasion and have done, from what I've heard, just about everything they could that day and since then, and probably will be getting folks back on their feet.
Right, and you see our elected body as given so many resources to our police department and also fire department. Come this September, our fire department will turn 10 years of age. They're an ISO 3. They started at a 10. You want to achieve to get to a 1. That helps out with your homeowner's insurance. So as Ray Justice says, they lived up to the billing that day of an ISO 3, saved lives. And fortunately, when you look back on those photos, it's hard to tell that story and say that nobody passed away, but we're glad to have a favorable result from that day.
Wish our best for the injured firefighter.
Yes, sir.
Everyone's Wilson was out there. There were there are probably still people needing things, so if you do need help, reach out. City Hall's a good place. You can call Glass Creek. Everyone's Wilson, MJ for Hope. They're still here. Money's still coming in, and they still want to help out.
Absolutely.
So, some other things going on for your calendar update real quick. On the chamber side, next Wednesday, we'll have our Wilson County Wednesday. You're welcome to stop by. Let us know you're coming. Mayor Hutto or somebody from his team will be here Wednesday morning. If you're a member of the chamber, stop by this Friday for our member advantage program. Again, let us know for all these that you're coming. Next week, we've got Chamber Connect, a nonprofit leadership council coming up. On the 8th of September, here at the chamber, we will be having our community development meeting. That's once a month. I think we're going to have our featured speaker that day will be the folks for the City Hall redevelopment.
Okay.
That yet to be confirmed, but mark that on your calendar. Of course, we have chamber networks. We got 2 biz booths coming up, one with LinkedIn and hopefully one with artificial intelligence, and then another one with the Tennessee Small Business Development Center. Got leadership by the book and a monthly luncheon, and in September will be Jeff Luttrell, the director of the Wilson County Schools. So with that, I want to make sure we once again thank everybody for showing up with Teacher Initiative, sharing the love, letting them know we love our teachers. That went over real well again this year. So always looking for ways to support our teachers.
Where's Waffle Wednesday on there?
Waffle Wednesday,
I don't see
that's
it.
on your day off in December.
Oh man, I miss Waffle Wednesday.
Hey, you're gonna
for
love
what my vote counts for.
You're gonna love Chili Tuesday then.
Okay,
So
I'll be there for that one too.
maybe when football season starts.
I think y'all know a free lunch or free breakfast, and I'm there. So as Elena and Michelle laugh their butts off in the
I
background.
see a pattern here. Where can we get free food? We got our annual golf tournament is coming up on Tuesday, September 26th, and that's a big deal for us. So if you're on the fence and want to get involved, we have plenty of opportunities for sponsorships and volunteers. So with that, I want to mention one more thing before we get into some projects. Mayor Hutto, Wilson County Mayor Randall Hutto, has done it again. He and his office, Susan Shaw, Brooke, and Sarah, they're leading the way for yet another awesome initiative called Wilson County Kind.
Yeah.
And this is something that entire team is passionate about. think they're going to be having a kickoff sometime in September. You'll hear a little bit more about that, but be kind. Do something kind for somebody. Get in the mood, right?
Hey, stay in the mood.
All right.
You're a big tease on that. I mean, you halfway give away the farm, but you got to show up to
Well,
really experience it.
you got to leave
You'd
the
make a
audience
good career.
wanting more.
You make a good career in TV.
More
Mark.
details at 11, right?
Yeah, right.
Hey, why don't you, if you would, one more time introduce our new fire chief
Yes, sir.
and share the date of the Christmas parade.
Fire Chief Mark Folks started, I believe it was last Monday. We had actually our awards luncheon that Wednesday, so we got to see a lot of people. I would say he's won over the hearts of many. He's definitely a leader within, I would say, their clubhouse, along with Joey Edwards, who has now went from our interim fire chief to back to our deputy fire chief. And as Kenny Martin has said on the record, many people know that he could have gotten that job and if he wanted it, but really he's a guy that likes to be among the men and women within the fire department. Mark is obviously going to be more of the admin as the chief, but they're going to make a fantastic team. Again, ISO of 3, trying to get to a 1, and judging by Mark's history, will be a 1 in no time. So we're looking forward to that. The Christmas parade will be December 9th, and to tease you a little bit, we do have a theme this year. Not ready to release it yet, but the day we release it will make sense, and it will be soon.
I hope so.
Will be soon,
All
yes,
right.
sir.
Well, you can get information about that at the Parks and Rec Department website, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
All
Or
right.
Rocky Lee's right-hand man,
Yeah,
Justin Beasley.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and start with the big one real quick? We'll
Yes, sir.
rattle off some of these. You may already know about these, but this one was one that a lot of people were waiting on, and they made the announcement a while back, and Costco's a done deal and on the way.
Absolutely, and they're winding down the construction plan review right now, just ironing out some finer details. Probably have the gist of what we're going to have at this point. I wouldn't be surprised very soon if we're breaking ground at Legacy Point for Costco. And again, their tentative date still to be here in the city of Mount Juliet is May of 2024. I think they have, latest count, 600 card swipes per hour during their peak hours. One of those will be me during lunch. One of those will be me heading home to get some of those chicken nuggets that are fantastic. So I can't wait for Costco to come.
Nobody told me about that. All I know about is the dollar hot dog.
Oh, I gotta tell you some more.
all right.
The Costco finds right here.
Hey, we got another big one under construction out at Providence Central.
Right, and I just want to say the city of Mount Juliet is equally excited about both of these because they are major league getters as far as having them come to our city. BJ's Wholesale, latest I have right now is a Black Friday finish. They are looking to relocate some natural gas. Also on that property, as you can see right here, Rooms to Go. They have closed on that property and will start construction very soon. As you know, the new Adams Lane is out there, a 3-lane road that can expand to more with some sidewalks. Very excited about that, and again, that goes in part to our commission dedicating so many resources to improving the infrastructure because there are so many people that want to call Mount Juliet home now.
Point of reference on that for those that may or may not know yet. That would be if you were on the Cracker Barrel sign right there looking east, I-40's on your right, heading into
Correct.
Nashville. And that curve is the new road, and BJ's is pretty much right where Adams Lane Plaza, or Adams Lane Road used to be.
Yes, sir.
And Rooms to Go will be right there as well. So looking forward to that. Let's go to the next one.
So this is Hibbett Station. Latest notes I have on them, they have had an ownership change, but they are, still going to be open here sooner than later, really. Now these townhomes are going to be pricey. They're going to be upwards of, $500,000 to start out with. But again, just shows the quality of living and how many people want to be here in Mount Juliet. Fantastic townhomes. Again, that's on Curd Road and Hibbett Station. You see they're really coming along and looking good. So
For sale units.
yes, sir.
For sale at the corner
Yes,
of
sir.
Clemens Road and Curd Road.
Absolutely.
Next up, right over there by Jackson Hills.
Yes, sir. Golden Bear Market. It is open and operational. That is, again, as you mentioned, right across from the Jackson Hills Clubhouse. I'm not sure how many people didn't want this, but I can tell you it is bustling. A lot of people are in and out. It looks fantastic. It looks Mount Juliet, definitely high end. I think a lot of the high schoolers are using it after they get out of class as well. So, honestly, from what I hear, very welcomed addition to the Jackson Hills community that a lot of people are using. A lot of people getting some late night snacks. Yes, sir.
And Mount Juliet, I think on this one, they did a really good job. This was part of the plan from the beginning. So the person that bought the first house in there, the Wilsons, they knew that that was going to be there all along. They knew there's another property where the little school is, and I believe there's one more commercial property. But all that was in the plan to begin with. So nobody's having a surprise
Right.
gas station put up. But only
All
two,
part of the plan.
yeah, only 2 pumps. So the focus is not on gas as much as it is neighborhood convenience.
Right, and then they definitely got it there for sure.
And if you've got kids in dance, boy, is that a building to see in Mount Juliet.
It is. It's fantastic, and you think of a dance building that maybe, you know, as I like to say in West Tennessee, we had a place where we went to go hit during the off season in the winter. Obviously, it wasn't that nice of a building, but it just shows the standard that Mount Juliet has as far as what a building needs to consist of. MJ Elite Gymnastics that you see right here will be open sooner than later. I think they're still in need of sewer, and then they're going to be able to open the doors to hundreds and thousands of kids. They're going to call that place home, that are going to have pockets of time Monday through Sunday really to get in there and hone in on their skills.
Folks, that's located over on Clemens Road, across the railroad tracks from Husky Lumber over by the disc golf park. Boy, oh boy, this one's got some people excited. Tell us about Andy's.
Yeah, Andy's Frozen Custard. Admittedly, I do not live here within the city limits of Mount Juliet, but I will say close to my house is an Andy's Custard, and people love it. They patronize it winter, summer. It doesn't matter. This is a plan with Mark Lineberry. It's only pre-app agenda this month, and that is hoping to go by the new building beside the paper mill. So I think just by the looks of it, people are going to love that. I mean, there's never enough ice cream to have, is there?
Good day to talk about that.
It is. It's only
If
1,000
ice
degrees
cream's not
today.
sweet enough for you, how about Cinnaholic?
Cinnaholic. We're hoping to have that in front of the Chamber of Commerce here on Division Street and North Mount Juliet Road. That's going to be part of 3 of the 5 tenants that are going to go in. What's that project called? Is it Project
City Center?
City Center?
City
Yeah.
Center, right here on the corner, southeast corner of Mount Juliet Road and Division Street.
Right. So if you're not in the mood for Cinnaholic that day, you could also have Starbucks, and I believe First Bank is going to go there as well, hopefully to break ground in the next couple of weeks. And I'll get an update from you on that.
Yeah.
Just let me know when you hear some noise out front.
2 spots still available, if
Yes.
I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
So, and this is probably the one that's generated as much buzz as anything. We were introduced to it quietly, maybe as long as a year ago, it seems like. It's been many months ago, but made it through the Planning Commission last Thursday. The redevelopment of City Hall and what that could mean to downtown.
Absolutely.
There's a graphic behind me on the screen that shows the layout of what's proposed, and if you want to mention what those buildings are, I'll try to use a little pointer so folks watching can see which one we're talking about.
And
How about that?
the best way to describe this is, as I've heard from many different sessions, even before Board of Commission meetings on Monday, where they've ironed out some of the finer details, is City Hall right now, we've been in that spot since 1995, and we're busting at the seams. So the city needs more space for their employees. In addition to that, we're trying to create a downtown vibrant feel. So we're going to have some commercial mixed use, some places for people to live, and just really a place that's got a lot of energy. As you can see, a lot happening within these 8 different tenants. And you might know more about this than I do, Mark, honestly, and I know that you mentioned they might present at the Chamber for Community Development on the 8th.
They will. For those that are watching, I know you can't see the numbers, but just a point of reference, this is Mount Juliet Road, this is Caldwell, and that's Hill Street, and this is what we know as the Visitor Center.
Yes, sir.
Currently, City Hall sits right there, and so Building 1 is the commercial building. 2 is entertainment, a restaurant proposed, and this is another commercial building. This area right here is what they're calling the Upper Plaza, very kind of to create a family, very walkable,
Right.
relaxing, and then number 4 right here, this one right here would be the new 30 to 40,000 square foot, 3 to 4 story tall City Hall.
Right.
Number 5, 6, and 7 are multi-use buildings, and number 8, there's one of these that got pulled off of the Planning Commission after this plan was presented, and I'm not sure which one that was, but it could be 8. We'll look into that and let you know the next time. But plenty of street level parking, for folks. Lots of concerns, I'm sure, about traffic, but it seems like the traffic team at Mount Juliet is working through that. This is a long process. This is a joint proposal, I believe, from Lineberry Properties and Imagine One.
Correct.
So we'll be hearing more about that, but I believe it passed the Planning Commission, and it'll be going on to your Board of Commissioners, and there'll be plenty of opportunity for citizen feedback and input. So,
Oh, yeah.
let's see, what do we have next, Justin? More good news. There's a picture of the proposed rendering of it, and you can see very unique and different. No steeple with a clock or anything. I guess we have enough clocks on Mount Juliet Road. We don't need a clock tower at the courthouse, right? Or the
Do you
city
know where
hall.
my office is by chance? Which one of those windows I'll have? I'm kidding.
I'm not really sure.
I'm
I
always
think
out and about. I don't
they're
need
building
an office.
they're building a basement office for you, I guess, when you go underground.
Yeah.
So, hey, Justin, you can
I'm always welcome here at the
you
chamber
can always
too,
come
right?
over here and hang out with us. A couple of unique restaurants that we'll talk about before we wind up. This is, I believe, one of Library Properties
Correct.
development.
Nico Leto's Pasta Company. They were on pre-application a couple of weeks ago, hoping to go in front of the center where Tidwell's and Beneke Nails are on North Mount Juliet Road, across from Ascension St. Thomas. So that's a new and improved building, I believe, in Lebanon, and would be a huge welcome addition to Mount Juliet as well. Everybody's always looking
Maybe
for
Donaldson?
Donaldson. Okay.
Might be Donaldson. Somebody pointed that
Donaldson.
out yesterday.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but you'll notice in the picture, I believe it's carry-out only.
Is it?
I don't think there's any seating.
Okay. You might know.
People at the Realtor office yesterday knew
Doesn't
more
look like
about it
there's
than I
much
did, but
seating,
I'm
so.
not 100% sure. So
People love the drive-throughs now.
people love Italian.
People love it. I do.
Yeah.
I love Italian. All right. This is Commissioner Ray Justice, our District 1 Commissioner, in front of Camel Car Wash and Whataburger. Latest I'm hearing on both of those, sooner rather than later. Both obviously vertical, just working out a lot of other minor details. I think Camel Car Wash might actually be open sometime this month in August. So great additions to the city of Mount Juliet.
Couple of more buildings, businesses either being built or under development right around the corner from there. The urgent care, quick, fast pace, and then maybe a proposed oil change tire store or something up there as well. There's some question about that.
Yeah,
have some-
fast-paced healthcare is what I
Fast-paced.
have. Not sure when that is going to be complete, but that is on the right side of Whataburger as you're heading down Lebanon Road towards Lebanon.
Couple of more. This is one of Lineberry Properties. This is their tap room concept, and you'll notice back there in front of the private drive where the colored is, 150 by 50 foot covered skating rink, entertainment center, amphitheater a little bit back there, plenty of parking, and then 2 restaurants out front.
Absolutely, and the Lineberry's really just trying to give Mount Juliet what they want as far as an appetite for some more things, kid-friendly events, and appetite for entertainment. They will certainly achieve that if they are able to get a restaurant and a skating rink side by side like that, where really adults can enjoy themselves and also have the kids play and really knock 2 birds out in 1 stone in one night.
Those 2 restaurants out front, I understand, are Kiki's and Chipotle.
Yes, sir. Chipotle, everybody knows about, and Kiki's is a breakfast brunch style restaurant that will certainly have a lot of people patronize that.
Keep people in town.
Yes.
Provide services here for them. Just a few other projects of note. Play It Again Sports and the Fred Astaire. They're going over in Valley Center.
Yes,
If
sir.
I'm not mistaken.
Play It Again Sports, really a shop where you can buy sporting goods and equipment. That'll go next to Planet Fitness. That target opening date, what I have on my notes, is in September. New police station, I think we'll be breaking ground anytime soon now, and I'm sure a lot of people will be invited to that. And really, as you've seen, they're busting at the seams too. We are very highly active police unit and also engaged in the community. So always adding more and more to that unit, and you need more spaces for them as well. So that's really what that's for. And really, we want same thing with City Hall. Really looking for a place where citizens can be proud of what they're walking into with the police department and City Hall as well.
Lot of walkability, but Tuesday morning went out in Providence, and Five Below is going into that location. So those that were wondering what that was, Charlie's Place, still got a few businesses getting ready to consideration for behind Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes, sir. Maniacs is going there. I believe Natural Comfort Footwear is going there as well. I'm missing, oh, I got it right here. Maniac's Chicken. Leon's Famous Deli as well. There's so much that Judd Sellers is doing over there. And also in a building approved behind those buildings as well in that parking lot. A lot of us met over there when we were doing a lot of the unveilings as far as the plaques and whatnot. A building's going back there that's going to house 2 more tenants as well. So if you know of a good tenant or got a strong suggestion, get in touch with Judd Sellers and make a friendly recommendation.
Well, Judd's the last man that will ever let you down. He did tell
That's
me that
true.
one time, if you know what I mean. But I believe there's a proposed Dutch Brothers coffee shop on Sunset. I heard that somewhere.
Okay.
I was thinking I heard it from you.
Did you?
Maybe.
Maybe in my notes. I'm not
Might
certain
just
on
be
that
making
one.
that one up. I don't know.
That sounds good.
I don't know.
We'll welcome him here for sure.
I know something that people going east on Lebanon Road, when they approach the Golden Bear Parkway, that long line, it's been a long time coming, but there's a slip lane that Grade A Construction looks like they've got it nearly done their part, and I believe Vulcan might be doing the blacktop for that, but that should be open in the next couple of weeks and will allow people to take that slip lane to the right and go south towards Mount Juliet High School without coming to a
Right.
complete stop and having to make a 90-degree turn. And
Yes.
won't cure all the problems, but it's going to make a big difference and probably a Band-Aid until they widen Lebanon Road from John Deere all the way to West Elementary.
Right, which is obviously in the works, but it takes time, right-of-way acquisition, getting the funds for that. But I can promise you the Board of Commissioners, again, putting their money where their mouth is. Infrastructure is the number one thing here, obviously with safety as well, which fortunately enough we have, but they're looking to improve the infrastructure, and that's starting on the north side of town for sure.
Yeah, I already had my notes together, but I want to close out. I want to thank the folks at City Beautiful. There's not a day goes by that I don't see somebody out there picking up litter, which, by the way, it seems like there's less and less litter, so maybe people are saying, hey, I guess they're going to keep it clean. But to the men and women in City Beautiful, you're doing a fantastic job. Everything looks fantastic, and thanks for giving us something to be proud of. Anything else today?
They're working a lot harder than we are in these temperatures for sure. They're putting in the sweat, losing the pounds, and that is a testament too to Kenny Martin and his implementation of the City Beautiful team. They've added people since this last budget year. They keep the city clean, and you wouldn't believe what kind of difference that makes with the crime, with the new businesses that want to come here, and really with the people that are choosing Mount Juliet over any other city to bring their kids here, raise a family because of the cleanliness. You wouldn't believe. Just go somewhere else and see it's not as clean, and you'll see a difference. So we want to set ourselves apart in Mount Juliet, and we do that with City Beautiful and Marty Potts and his leadership.
Good job, everybody. Thank you very much, and I hope you'll join us next time for our little Mount Juliet update.